This year is the centenary of Pitshanger Lane, and a calendar of events are planned to mark the occasion. But after 100 years of development, one change in particular is starting to divide the community and threatening to overshadow the celebrations. Streets for People is a major development which it's claimed will greatly improve the accessibility and environment of the lane. Ealing Council and Transport for London also say it will make life easier and safer for pedestrians. But an increasing number of shop owners and local residents feel the plans threaten the unique atmosphere of the lane and pose a danger for the local shops and businesses. The most controversial elements of the plan involve narrowing the pavement in places to provide new loading and parking bays. Some trees will be lost and loading at other locations will be restricted by yellow lines. Raised junctions will be introduced to slow traffic. The scheme is one the local council and many others believe is well overdue.
Streets for People is about helping the flow of traffic up and down the lane, and it's also about revitalising it. I think we accept that the lane over the years has become a little tired, some of the street furniture is old, so we want to take this opportunity to improve the flow of traffic, but also to replace the pavements, to replace the lights, to resurface the carriageway, and to replace all the street furniture which is in the lane.
At North Ealing School, a series of public workshops are being held each Saturday morning. They're being run with the aim of stirring up greater debate and reopening the consultation about the development. The organisers say they're not opposed to the scheme outright, but in its current form it just doesn't work.
The biggest single thing is that the parking being proposed will end up as park and ride, whereas what the traders desperately need is shop and stop, so that we can get extra trade into the lane. People can pop in, drop their car off, park for an hour, go and get a coffee, go and get their dry cleaning, go to the hairdressers, do whatever they need to do, and then go. The current set of plans have no provision whatsoever for that.
Martin Kelly also believes that the current economic situation means the dangers are all the more acute.
We fear that if 3 or 4 shops were to go under in the present economic climate, the whole lane becomes untenable. And all the shopkeepers are extremely worried about that situation, and they don't see any improvements for them in this whole scheme. And as we've said, the scheme seems to be driven purely by the fact that the bus companies want their buses to go through on time. To go and get a kebab, the whole lane seizes up.
That's a concern echoed by at least one shopkeeper on the lane who's come along to the school to find out more about the plans.
At the moment you can park outside our shop to drop in donations. People don't seem to have a problem, but with the new road layout it will mean the parking's across the road. Well, that's going to make things awkward for donations coming in. A lot more risk, there's going to be crossing road with heavy boxes. That's if people bother to bring the donations to us. Will they go to an alternative charity? Will they think, no, it's too awkward a journey for them?
A lot of the concerns are unfounded, believes the man who's been involved with the planning from the outset.
It is called Streets for People, and a lot of the original idea of the scheme was also to provide a much improved pedestrian environment. So the whole of the lane will be repaved, and the raised tables will also provide much improved informal crossing points for pedestrian shoppers. So I think overall it will give a real boost to the lane and solve some of the long-standing problems.
John Bird also believes that those objecting to the proposals are an extremely vocal minority.
The council consultation yielded an overall yes vote of 77%, which is unusually high for that kind of consultation, and there's been a fair opportunity since then for introducing the odd design tweak and good idea that people have come up with. So I think the plan has actually been improved since it achieved 77% yes vote. So I'm convinced that most people are behind the plans.
On the lane, many shops are now displaying the plans for passers-by, and feelings seem to be mixed.
Well, I don't think the buses should be coming down here anyway. That's the short answer.
Do you think it should be more for people?
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely, and the wide pavements actually add to the appeal of the lane anyway, so they should stay.
So how do you think it would change the character of the lane if this goes ahead?
Well, it'll just become more of a commercial street, and it'll encourage more cars to come, and this will just become Greenford.
Not that bad, Rich. But yeah, it does. It gets rid of the points of difference and the reason why actually we moved into the area and we were attracted by the lane and the way it looks now.
Generally in favour, I think. I mean, the detail is the detail, but I think everywhere needs an upgrade every now and again, or it just looks older and tattier.
I don't like this idea of taking bollards out because I'm concerned that trucks and buses may mount the curb, which would be dangerous for children.
And what's your view of the scheme?
I think it looks quite good. I think there should be some stop and shop. I think the raised areas at the road junctions would probably keep the traffic slower. That was my main concern, was that the traffic flow would speed up and children would be in danger here. But it seems all right.
Work to start replacing the street lighting on the lane begins in October this year, with the major construction scheduled to begin by early 2010. Jeremy Hillman, Pittshanger Stories.